So you can see the top, there's a big crack there, but at the bottom it's not coming off. It's horrible outside, and today we have the mission of trying to replace both front wheel bearings, discs and pads. We're back down here, down the end, with the Corrado chilling in there. So you know when I come down here, it means that we're going to be here for a while. I'm going to get myself set up, get a drink, jack the car up, and I'll talk to you guys about why, like the symptoms of a wheel bearing. I believe it's a wheel bearing that is causing the issues. I'm just not looking forward to this. All the videos I've seen online, I don't even know if I've got the right tools, but I'm hoping there'll be a way around it. I've done pads and discs before. I've never done a wheel bearing, and I say attempting because at the moment I'm halfway through it and it's not going great as usual, but I've just got over a bit of a hill. Hopefully we're on the downhill section now, right? So let me just quickly walk you through what I've just been doing. This needed changing because at about 50 or 60 miles an hour I could start hearing a low hum that eventually over time got louder and louder, and it now gets to a point where I didn't notice it because last week I was away for training using a company car, and getting back into this car, it's like, that's loud. First thing you got to do, if you remember to do it, which I remember to do it, so I'm quite proud of myself, whilst the car is on the floor, you have to crack the centre bolt for where the drive shaft goes into, because that's going to be super tight, and trying to do that while it's jacked up in the air is going to be a bit of a pain. So crack it loose. It's a 17 mil. I had to specifically get these tools yesterday from Halfords. This thing, H17. You're welcome. Once that's loose, wheel off, get the brake caliper off. Brake caliper comes off pretty simple, 7 mil Allen key. Or hex, or not hex, but yeah, on a ratchet, 2 of them, take them off. Then spring clip as well. Next up is the 2 21mm bolts or sockets. They come off quite tight. You need like some sort of extension. I've been using this because you can't get a breaker bar in there. Well, you probably could actually if you turn it to the side. I didn't try that. But this is just, you know, where you're trying to take the wheels off, they give you this tool to get the bolts out. You can slip the other end over the top, which is what I've been doing. Look at that. The rust. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Tap it in. Write it back out. Tap it in. That'll do. I can't even see. There's supposed to be an edge here, but it's just full of shit. You just can't see it. I should have got. I was debating getting this one or the flat one with it on the edge. The flat one on the edge would have been better like this. I'm gonna put my glasses back on. This is the stage that I'm at. This just gets in the way so much. I've tried left and right, up and down, just to kind of wiggle the wheels about, but it's going to be in the way no matter what, so you're going to have to constantly get up, spin the wheel, come back down to here. So what we're trying to do to get all of this will come off hopefully as one, and there's one bolt there, one bolt there, one bolt there, and one down there. And as you can imagine, they're quite tight. And then bolts are one of these, which is a 12. A 12, like, I think the Americans call it a triple square, whatever 4 times 3 is. Is it 12 point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a 12 point, which makes sense. Okay, I'll give it to them. You must be careful doing this has 2 of mine slipped. But luckily I managed to work a way around of getting the tool in and getting a hammer and hammering it in so that it's there and it's now loose. So thankfully I'm just onto the last bolt. I've had to hang the caliper up there. That's the caliper. Everything's very dark in it, you can't really see much. That's just hanging off the spring, and then I've had to zip tie this up to get it up and out of the way of this last bolt down here, because otherwise it's awkward trying to hold it up and trying to undo the bolt at the same time. So this bit is the bit that I'm not looking forward to, because the bolt's out, so like it should just pull out, but it's not going to. And I know that garages use this thing where it bolts onto this, and it's essentially like a giant rod with a kind of like a hammer. So I'm gonna just try to hammer it out. Right, it's a new day and I've come better prepared this time. We're back where we were, and I've got a blowtorch and a slide hammer in there. And we're going to get this hub off. Right, so the issue that I've got is that this is kind of corroded onto the main arm. So the wheel hub, you can hear the actual bearing inside. Shouldn't sound like that. Wheel hub is bonded onto the arm because you got steel and then you got aluminium, and kind of a weird design because that over time will just corrode together. What we have is a slide hammer and a blowtorch. Thanks, Carl. Ideally I would have add-on for this where it bolts to the hub and you can pull it, but I don't. Bolt the brake disc back up, the slide hammer on the brake disc. But before we start hammering, we're gonna blowtorch the face and the inside here and hope that nothing sets on fire. There is a gap, so this is working. So you can see the top is a big crack there, but at the bottom it's not coming off. We fucking did it. Now I'm going to clean up in there because that looks like an absolute mess. Cleaned it up, it's looking a little bit better. I can't get all of it because I don't really want to be damaging this too much, but right, these are the new bearings that I've gone with. I've gone with Miele ones. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but we're gonna go with Miele. And the reason I went for these ones, whereas I did originally get the Euro car parts ones, but these ones already come pressed into the hub, whereas if you get them from GSF Euro car parts, it's just the bearing and you have to try and not damage the old hub. So it's just so much easier for the same price as well. And there's the part number. God, they're a year old. When was the last time you had a vanilla Coke? I saw these at Lidl this morning on the shop and I just really fancied it. You can't hear it. The old one was all crunchy and horrible. So if I push this in all the way, maybe this will actually tighten it up. naturally. Oh, of course I'm going to get the bolts in anyway, and as I'm doing the bolts up, it'll do it. I think it is doing up. We should be good to start slowly tightening this up. There we go. Pulling it in. Lovely. Trying to work out lefty loosey and righty tighty as well, because it's backwards. So, actually going that way is tight. I can't wait to just not have such a loud car at 60 miles an hour. It's, for me, it's specifically 60 miles an hour is like the loudest point. Go any faster, then it quietens down a bit, but then the wobble gets a bit nasty. Here we go. Is the camera still filming? Yes, it is. Look at that. Lovely jubbly. Lally jally. This took a bit of a beating. I'm going to try and go easier on it next time on the other side. New brake discs and brake pads while we're here as well. These are just Brembos. Hey! Yo! How you doing? Cutie. You little cutie, look at you. Well. Gonna have to film the rest of this on my phone because my memory card is full up. This is the Samsung S23 Plus, so this is new to me, and it actually looks quite good here anyway. I don't know if it's gonna hold it by the time I transfer it to my computer and then YouTube. Let's give it a go. Calipers all the way pushed back. Took me a second to remember how to use this thing. Probably shouldn't be doing it with ply grips. Back out. Hi. Hi.
Oh, bye, Darth.
Hi, Darth. Where are you going? And here we go. We are back with the disc on, pad on. All looking good. Everything's done up. Except this bolt. We're not going to be able to tighten this bolt until it's on the ground. Nearly forgot the spring. Right, I'm going to make a start on the other side. So, we're going to set up a time lapse. I'm going to see how long this is going to take me. It is currently 4:45. "30 minutes is the answer to get this point." All the bolts are out. These four, fucking me, they were tight, and it's so awkward trying to just work around the space that you've got. But yeah, these are the bolts. Now 6 o'clock. I've been hammering away at this for about half an hour, and we've just, I wouldn't even say made progress, because it's the opposite of what. So the actual bearing came out instead, so this is still corroded on, but let me show you this first. Bearings probably hot as fuck. So at least now I can get the torch into the corners, try heat it up from the inside. Another update, this side ain't going well. I'm on the verge of insanity here. You can see where I'm mashing it, chiseling away. Oh my days, this is not looking good.
rust off this side.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to do the honours?
No, go on, you do it. How long did that take?
Oh, it took me 5 minutes, mate.
Thanks, Dad.
It's been a bit beaten up today.
Give that a good clean out.
Yeah.
Wheels are back on, everything's back on. It's the following day, and this is very close up. I've now got to drive an hour and a half down to Worthing, so it's going to be a good test run. Hope everything's done up tight. I'm sure it is. It's 3 months later. I filmed that video back in April, I think, and it's now August. The noise went after changing both front ones. I think the rear one's now on the way out. I don't want to do the rears because the rears are so much worse. So maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll just send it into a shop or something. Yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I know like videos is kind of on and off all the time at the moment, but I'm filming stuff when I've got stuff to film. So I'm going to refurb these new ones because they're not great. I need 2 new tyres for them. What size do I need? 2 3.5s, 3.5s, 19s. Preferably summer or like rain tyres, like rain sports. I just don't fancy paying more money on tyres because I've spent so much on tyres and I just need some part-worn ones. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.